to become a drain, and that needs to be controlled. That's one of the reasons they feel that that could help in reducing the issues that currently merchants and the networks face in terms of interchange fees. Banking, as you all know, is one of the most highly regulated industries in the world, and cards, by virtue of the nature of the business, has its own share of regulations that have been there all over the world. So way back in 1984, in US itself, the difference everywhere is that in the United States, concerns about interchange fees and rules imposed on the merchants by the card networks have been addressed mainly through private litigation. So federal agencies have never interfered into the imposition or the quantification of the interchange fee issue that the merchants and bankers have got today. Merchants and networks have got today. It's always through a private litigation. It was the lawsuit between Visa and the acquiring merchants, where the courts decided in favor of Visa in '94, stating that interchange fees were a legitimate mechanism of transfer cost from the side of the market that the court determined to have lower cost to the side with the higher cost. US Department of Justice versus Visa and MasterCard, the courts decided that no credit card issuer may be prohibited by any payment network from issuing cards on competing networks. So, for example, Visa and Master had a no-compete clause with the merchant acquirers, which prevented the Diners Club, likes of Diners Club, American Express, and Discover to get in, but that too was quashed by this ruling of US Department of Justice versus Visa and MasterCard litigation. In Australia, the government has established a payment system boards. Now look at this. This is where the difference is. Except for US, everywhere else you will find that the federal authorities have stepped in to provide competition, efficiency, and stability to the card services systems. Insofar as other countries are concerned, in a large and growing number of countries, authorities have taken steps aimed at reducing or eliminating common interchange fees. In several countries like New Zealand, Poland, and United Kingdom, competition authorities have determined that multilateral setting of interchange fees is illegal and must be discontinued. So, regulatory authorities are stepping in to regulate this interchange fee issue that has become perennially an issue between the merchant bankers and the networks. In Spain, the competition authority denied the legally required authorization of the payment card schemes interchange fee agreements and instructed the schemes to submit new plans for authorization. In other cases, either the competition authority or the central bank has reached an agreement with the card issuers to reduce interchange fees. No surcharge rules have been examined in a number of countries and have been implemented in the Netherlands, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. As we go along, I mean, I'm almost through with the global scenario as far as the cards are concerned. But as we go along, we see more and more interference coming from the federal authorities, except for US, where interchange fee is being today discussed. Now, how does it happen in India?